Welcome to WomeNomics. I am Linda Pringle Evans, and I cannot thank you enough for showing up and being here, being a part of the WomeNomics movement. That's what we are, the WomeNomics movement, because the time is now for women. No more playing small, no more being fearful of stepping into who you truly are meant to be. No more just accepting status quo. No more accepting this is good enough. This is good enough. No, WomeNomics is about the best for you. And we are truly on a mission to help more women coaches, consultants, and service providers to generate $250,000 annually in their businesses. And the question may be, why 250,000? That 250,000 is the mark that American Express, as well as WeBank, the Women Business Enterprise National Council, they both stated if more women entrepreneurs could generate 250,000 annually, we would see more women generating that 1 million mark. So our focus is to help more women to generate that 250,000, because that's going to help her to lead into that financial freedom. And that's what we want. We want to help women to position to age well with financial freedom. And isn't that what you want? Of course. So today's show is perfect for you. It is the WomeNomics Be Fit Financial Diva here today. You know, I don't have to give you an introduction of Michele von Hoven. You've gotten an opportunity to hear her every month. Every third Thursday of the month, you hear this lady share so much information about money, how to empower your money, ways that can help you to budget, ways to help you to invest, diversify, and generate, take your money to make more money. That's what she does. So I am so thankful that she has been placed in my life to help this journey, this process of helping more women to make more money, to get to that 250,000 and how to keep it, because sometimes we can make it, but we can't keep it. So we got to know how to do that as well. So today is part 2 of the Be Fititudes. The Be Fititudes. This is part 2. So as I stated, it is my pleasure to welcome back the WomeNomics Be Fit Financial Diva. She is certified. Now let me say this. Now this woman comes with credentials, okay? She is an authority. She's not someone who just read a couple books and went to some seminars. This woman has put in the work. She got the certifications to prove it. She is a certified financial planner nationally, not just in a restricted area. So when I say she's the real deal, I mean Michele von Hoven is the real deal. So ladies, it's my pleasure, my honor to share with you Michele von Hoven. Welcome, Michele.
Hi, Linda. Thank you so much. You're so generous, and you are equally an expert in your field, and you are helping to lead the charge to empower women. And we, as women, we need it because our lives are different than what our mothers' lives or grandmothers' lives were. We have to take charge. There are very few pensions left in the country, and women are on their own. But guess what? That's called yo-yo, but you're not alone because you have us here, you have WomeNomics to help guide you on the path to be fit financially. And we're going to ignite your life here. So you ready to get ignited today?
Yes.
Yes. So we're going to ignite your wealth, health, and success. And just always remember, it's from the inside out. So the Fititudes, this is part 2. So last month we started with 3 of them. So there are 10 Fititudes, which are the healthy, wealthy attitudes to galvanize your health, wealth, and success so that you can be secure, savvy, and significant. And that's what we want you to be. That's how you're empowered. And I'm just going to recap real quick. Number 1 was to be proactive. You know, when do you want to know your options? When you have many and when you have few. You want to be accountable. You have what gets measured gets managed. You need to be accountable to yourself, to your finances. You are responsible. And to be bold. You know, in order to be bold, you need to be confident. And if women have more confidence, which we're giving you here today, we want to give you that financial confidence and empowerment so that you can make those wise decisions. So we're going to jump on number 4, 5, and 6 today. And number 4 is to be committed. You know, a strong commitment to your values-based goals aligned with your authentic money mission. You know, and this will help you to be confident in making the decisions that you have to make. We want you to be committed. We want you to do it fearlessly, because to be confident, the opposite is fear. And, you know, I heard a statement by, I think it's General Patton said, you know, confidence is just one more minute of fear holding on. So you just, you know, you're so close, you know, to going over that hump. So, you know, be committed and then align your goals. I think that is very, very critical. Committed to yourself, your family, to your future self.
Yeah.
And I like to say here, be committed is to write a letter to your future self. Write a letter from today's date, a year from now, you know, of what your values-based goals are and how you will commit to at least 3, you know, not 20, because 20 you can't handle, but be committed to 3 and have that tie into your finances.
Michele, I love that, be committed, because a lot of times, you know how we are as women, especially the new year after the holidays, and we put on the extra weight. And we are committed to losing those additional pounds that we gained over the holiday season. And when we are committed, we get it done. We do. That's how we are as women. Whatever we set our mind to and be commit, and we make that commitment. And I love that you're saying that as number 4, because that is critical. That's critical in every aspect of life that we do. So what I'd like to do is ask this question of our audience. If you aren't 65 yet, okay? If you aren't, say if you're 25 to 55, I'm just going to stretch it, 20 to 50, 25 to 55 right now. And this is you. This is for you. I want you to take a moment, close your eyes, and look into your future and share within yourself. What do I want my life to be like when I'm 65 years old? How do I want my lifestyle to be? What is it that I want to accomplish by the time I'm 65? And then 65 and beyond, what do I want my life to look like? Now, of course, there will be changes because time changes. But trust me, when you do this, it's going to help you to understand and making that commitment for the things that you need to do with your money to help you to achieve it. So that is one assignment I would like to give to all our viewers. Create a vision board of how you want your life to be when you reach 65. That's one vision board. Then I want you to have a second vision board What do you want your life to be like when you are 65 plus and beyond? Do that, and please share it with us, okay? All right, Michele, I just had to share that.
Oh, I love that, Linda. That is excellent, because when you commit, that helps your overall well-being. And when we talk about wealth, wealth is actually a word derived from English of wheel, W-E-A-L, which means well-being. So wealth is your well-being. So you're not just committing to money, but you're committing to your overall well-being. And that helps you live your dreams that you want. So
Yes.
thank you. That's excellent, Linda. I love that you asked the audience to do that. That's perfect. And then one other thing is they have to be determined. You know, the determination that you have to have, and that is number 5. Be determined. Determination is the passion to your commitment. So you must be determined passion, because once you commit, what drives your commitment? You know, you're aligning it with your values-based goals, but you need something to keep you going. And at those times when you might get off the track, you know, you mentioned earlier about being at the beginning of the year and putting on some weight. And, you know, we all do that. But when you have a plan and you stay with your plan and you're committed and you keep going, you know, the one thing I love to say with being determined is to don't stop, keep going. And just remember these 4 letters, DSKG, don't stop, keep going, DSKG. I had actually a manager told me that actually when I was with American Express, and I had, you know, reached a goal and gotten this big Mercury award by doing so many financial plans for my clients. And he wrote on my paper when he had given me this letter with the award, DSKG. That's probably the best thing I got out of them. But it was wonderful because it has stuck with me. And I just want you to remember that, you know, when you get off, if you put on some weight during the Christmas holidays, okay, fine. But the thing is you do it in nuggets, in pieces. So, you know, you talk about, okay, getting women to $250,000. We want to be determined to get there. Most people talk about 7 figures, $1 million. Well, that's a big, audacious goal. And there's nothing wrong with big, audacious goals, but you've got to break it down in chunks so that it's manageable for you. So this will, when you don't stop, keep going, and you keep your determination aligned with your passion, keeping that passion going, you'll keep doing it. So if you get off, you gain the weight, you know, if you have a piece of cake, big deal. That doesn't mean you're going to sit down and eat the whole cake, you know? So, right? So it's like, oh, I got off the wagon, I'm going to eat the whole cake now, you know? No. It's like it, and when you determine and you say, oh, you know, maybe I spent a little more during the holidays. Okay, fine. No problem. You did it. It's done. Now, maybe where can you make some adjustments that, you know, that can keep you determined, say, okay, I'll make an adjustment this month and I'm back on track.
You know, Michele, you're speaking to the choir. You know, I love sweets. So of course,
me too.
During the holidays, sweets. So I made a commitment and I have the determination, and I've been doing it now, is avoiding sweets. And I said, for the month of January, I am not having sweets, no sweet treats. And let me say, by doing that and exercising, I'm losing the extra weight faster by being committed and having the determination to lose it.
Very good. Excellent. See, that's why this is so important to know these components, but I want you to keep them top of mind like you're doing with that. And it's the same thing with your plans. Like, okay, I want to make this 250. I'm doing this X amount of business. I'm doing A, B, C, D. Okay. And you need a little versatility in there, but just to keep that determination. Just if you get off that track, just hop back on and know that, because there's that fire of the determination. And so we just, you know, just stay there. And DSKG, you
Don't.
know, DSKG,
I
just
like
remember
that.
that. Commit and be determined to your plan, whatever it is, your financial plan, your business plan, personal and business.
Mhm.
Be committed and determined to do the steps that you need to do to get there, because you're not going to know everything. Nobody does.
No.
But be determined to say, okay, I'm going to, these are the 3 things I need to learn to do. And then,
Yes.
and be determined to learn that. If it's how to do branding, I need to learn how to do branding. Let me get my brand in order. If it needs to do with my finances and or marketing for your business as entrepreneurs, do your branding, do your marketing and your finances. So I'm going to work on these 3 pieces. I'm determined to get that done. Because if you look at, how do you eat an elephant, like they say, Brian Tracy says, how do you eat an elephant? 1 bite at a time.
That's right.
And so you can do it. And if you don't do it 1 bite at a time, I love the analogy of the dragon in the closet. Like, okay, I don't want to look at that piece. I said, I know I need to do marketing, or I need to get my brand straight. I'm not ready to look at it. And you think, oh, that dragon's in that closet and his fire is getting bigger and bigger. And it's like, no, go open the closet. And he turns out to be little bitty Figment, like from Disney World and Epcot Center. If you ever remember Figment
Yes.
in my magic, I love little Figment. And he's this cute little dragon, he's like, so most of these things we worry about are really little figments.
That's right. That is so true.
Mhm. Yeah,
Yes.
so that can help, in igniting your determination and keep the flame going. And that's
Yes.
why we want to, I put this in the Befititudes, to give you that go-to place and say, okay, I'm determined, DSKG, I'm committed. And if you want to go eat that cake, you say, no, I'm committed and determined. I got this. If you want to go out and spend more money, no, it's not part of my plan right now. I can do that maybe next month. So all of this works together. It's not one piece or another. It's all a big puzzle. And we're trying to put this puzzle in as a more nugget form where it's more digestible for you.
Yes.
So that's the determination. So I don't know if you have anything else on that you want to add.
No, the only thing I want to say is, when you are determined, trust me, I'm using myself as an example. Do I still want to have sweets, especially candy?
Oh, I know.
Chocolate covered peanuts and, I just love sweets. So, but because I am determined, I don't think about, oh, maybe I could have a couple and that would be fine. But then I tell myself, if I go against what I have committed to doing, okay, it's going to throw me off track. And if I have 2 or 3, it's probably going to tell me, oh, it's okay. Go ahead and have a few more. You can fix it later. So having that determination that don't stop, keep going.
Yeah, that's one of the best
it.
things I've ever learned. And I said, this has got to go inside the Befititudes, because I feel this will galvanize the path. All of these 10 Befititudes will galvanize you. And when you do get those temptations, then it'll click. It's like, no, I have to do this. I have to do this.
That's
and
right.
so then the next one is, are you ready for the next one?
I am.
Be decisive.
Woo.
Yes.
Woo. Oh, now that's a good one. They all are good. But how many times are we going back and forth about should I, shouldn't I? Can't make up your mind. Is this the right time? Maybe not. But I want to hear your explanation for being decisive, because I know this is going to be an eye opener for many women.
Well, the decisions you make, the financial decisions you make today
Mhm.
determine the choices you have tomorrow.
Hallelujah.
That's going on the coffee mug, BFF. Yes, and I'll say it
Oh,
again, the
yes.
decisions you make, the financial decisions you make today
Yes.
determine the choices you have tomorrow. So it is so important to make wise and calculated decisions. We're not talking just decide, they talk about money and if you don't take risk. Well, you do need to take some risk. And as the saying goes in Vegas, scared money don't win. So you can't be scared. But you have to take some risk, but wise and calculated risk. We're
Mhm.
not talking about going to the casino and putting it all on red or black. No,
Mhm.
wise and calculated. So why can't people make decisions today? It's no wonder with all the noise
Oh
that's
my God.
out there, we have to turn off the noise and focus on what we need. Now,
Yeah.
one of the biggest noise machines is the internet.
Mhm.
And I say, if you're getting all your information from the internet, you might not have the wisest advisor. And here's why: because that internet advisor doesn't know your financial DNA. It doesn't know your authentic self. And in order to make wise decisions, you have to unblock any sabotaging, can't say the word, limiting beliefs.
Yes.
So we go internal and say, why do we do what we do with our money? What's our money story? That all plays a part in your decisions. And if your money story is skewed by things you heard years ago, like I love the one, money doesn't grow on trees.
Oh,
We
who
all
hasn't heard that as a child?
Now you're an adult. Do you really think money grows on trees? Really? Think about it. You're an adult now. This is
Yes.
ridiculous. But yet it plays a part in your limiting beliefs, and it helps set your thermostat to say, this is where I am. You talk about, some women, they'll get to that point of making 100,000. Well, that's where their mental thermostat is, or they'll get to the 150 or the 250. I had the thermostat at the 250. I sit on the same side of the table. I've been there, and I didn't understand why until I really delved into it more. But you
Mhm.
but you have to make wise decisions. And if you have limiting beliefs, they're going to be counterproductive to the
Yes.
outcomes that you're looking for.
Oh, that is so true. And honestly, I was shocked when we did the beta of
Mm,
the Level Up Your Six-Figure Roadmap course. And some of the ladies said to me at the end of the course, I never saw myself making $250,000 a
mhm,
year. I never saw that.
mhm,
And they said the amount that they thought was, I felt that was good enough, but it isn't. And I think sometimes we put barriers
mhm,
to stop us because of those, as you said, Michele, those limiting beliefs. You're not limited. That's one of the things I want women to understand. You are not limited. You, there are unlimited resources out there to help you to
mhm,
achieve what you want for your life. And that's why Michele is here, because if you're a younger woman, you're not going to stay young forever. It
mhm,
doesn't matter what age you are going to get older. And what we're trying to do here at WomeNomics is to give you the information, the tools, the resources, so that you can be decisive
Mhm.
about your financial future, about your best well-being. That's what we want for you. So Michele, yeah, I know we only have a few minutes left, but being decisive.
Mhm.
We both have a dear friend, Pat Pearson,
Mhm.
who is a licensed psychotherapist. And Pat speaks and train on self-sabotage
Mhm.
and about deserve levels. And that is something Pat is going to come on and share with our audience as well, Michele, because when we have those conversations with us as women about deserve levels, see, this is why you need to talk to Michele, because what we think we're worthy of, our value of what we think we should be or what we should have, trust me, there's much more to you than you have imagined. There really is. And that's what we're doing, is helping you to see who you really are. So, Michele, I'm going to be quiet and let you finish up.
Well, that's perfect, and I'm glad you mentioned Pat, because she's been so instrumental in helping me understand the internals of women and why they think what they do and their lack of confidence. And
Yes.
us as an advisor, we have our own stories, but to really see how other women feel. So you and I have both been trained in this to really understand women inside out. And it's not just like you said, we didn't just read a book and put it here. We beta tested this around the country and even around the world. And we have really worked with this to really bring women a system and a platform where they feel confident and they don't feel judged. And
That's
so,
right.
money is emotional and it's personal. And women would rather discuss their age than talk about money. And why do people not want to talk about money? They, their money story, or they're just afraid of it. I mean, I can promise you one thing, or guarantee you one thing. If you don't look at your numbers today, you will be forced to look at them in the future. And at that point in time, you may not have the options that you have. And this is why women of all ages and stages of life, because it's not a number, just a number, it's a stage. All of us reach a different stage at a different age. Some women today are just starting their families at 30 years old, just starting to have children, whereas
40.
Exactly right. So it's, that for them, they're starting and they'll have to start their education planning. A lot of them may have already filled up some of their retirement bucket. But women need to look at this because we have less Social Security because of time out of the workforce, being caregivers to our children, and we love our children and our parents. Caregivers, who's going to take care of the caregivers? One thing women say they don't want is to be a burden on someone else. So this is why it's so important that health is wealth. You must take care of your health because you cannot buy it back. And that's so important to understand. And as the caregivers, at some point in your life, you're going to be a caregiver to someone. I've seen it. Yeah, we both have.
I have been one.
Me too. Exactly. We've all been through it. I see it with clients. I know in my own life, I've been a caregiver 3 times. But the thing about when you're out of the workforce, you have those years out of paying into Social Security. Women don't always have the retirement plans for them. But there are some things coming, some changes to help women entrepreneurs to save even more money in some personal retirement plans. And that they really need to do. And the reason they don't do it is because they just don't know the choices. So we can show them those options and say, this is what you need to know. Because again, back to the internet, you jump in here, you jump in there, you're jumping all over the place. You're reading all this information. I say what we do, we save you time and we save you money and we save you heartache.
Yes. And you're not doing it alone.
Exactly. We're on your side. We've
Yes,
got your back. And so
that's it.
just to recap, the three we've covered today, the be Fititudes are to be committed, be decisive, determined rather, was the
Mhm.
next one, and to be decisive.
Yes,
And
yes,
and hopefully you can get the information to make those wise decisions. But when you put it all in one plan, you have to have a written plan, because without it, you're just scattered, like a dog, like a squirrel, your squirrel runs here, runs there, you
Mhm.
have to pick a lane. Where are you
Yes,
going to go? So that's it for today. And next session, we will cover the 7, 8, 9, and 10.
yes.
And we will be done with that. But just to recap too, we did do a session on decision making a few months back, and
Mhm.
I'm not sure which month it was. So if anyone wants to go back, we went deeper, did a deep dive into decision making, and whether it was irrational or rational based on investments and choices. And so just to kind of let you know that we have a lot of great information content. Thank you, Linda, for that.
Oh,
You have a lot on womenomics.
this is my pleasure. And this is truly my passion. I think I can honestly say this is my calling for doing this. It truly is, because I want to see women live a healthy lifestyle, her lifestyle, not the lifestyle of someone else, but for her, what is meant for her. And to have the information, the resources, the connections, so that she can get what she really needs. And the other thing is this: we are bringing you all of this information, and much more is coming after March 30th. And it's all is not about us making money. It is about giving and giving what we have learned. So basically, what we're doing, and I love this quote by Maya Angelou: what you learn, you teach; what you get, you give. So that is exactly what we're doing here weekly on the WomeNomic show. But of course, when we launch the movement with the membership, that's more to come about that. But for today, at this moment, right now, you heard the Be Fititudes from Michele. What are the things that you can start doing right now? And let me say this to you: this is our theme this year for WomeNomics, and that is, the time is now. Not later, not tomorrow, not next year. Trust us. The time is now for women and your money. It is, because you heard Michele say a moment ago that really your pension, your retirement, it's up to you. You are the one who's going to be navigating this. So this is why the time is now. I hate to say it, but our time is up for today. But you know how much we love you and how much we appreciate you. So until next time, here's to your success. Bye-bye. And Michele, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. My pleasure. Bye. Take care. See you next month.